touched on the key lessons that I took away from the first and the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Today, I'll touch on the third chapter, which is all about Karma Yoga. So, when we think of karma, we think that they are the activities or the actions that we do. However, karma is really the way that we express the life energy in the world around us. Everything that we think is karma, what we speak is karma, and what we do is definitely karma. That is why all the bhakts in India, when surrendering, they said, Man karma vachan tumhari asha, aisi bhakti kare raidasa. Mansa, vacha and karmana. You can do your karma through your thoughts, through your speech, and through your actions. And that is why Krishna really focuses on the philosophy of karma, because karma is the way through which we will entangle ourselves in this entire cycle of birth and death repeatedly. So think of karma as a door which you can use to either go out or you can go in. You can use your karmas on a day-to-day intelligently, that is through your thoughts, your speech, and your actions, to either go inwards, to touch your deepest consciousness within, to know your soul, who you truly are. Or you can use the same karma to go outwards to such a point where there is no return, to such a point where you don't recognize yourself, where you don't recognize what's the purpose of life. Now, you might think that, what do you mean by going inwards? I already know myself. However, when somebody asks you, who are you? You'll tell, I'm Bhakti. This is how I look. This is where I live. This is my family. These are my friends. This is the work I do. However, is that truly you? Everything that is associated with identifications, everything that is outer gross is not us. The true self or the soul is what we need to meet in this lifetime. And this is exactly what Krishna guides Arjuna to do through Karma Yoga in this chapter. So think of the life that we're living as Karma Kshetra. You enter the Karma Kshetra through one sword of karma, and the other sword is your intelligence, is your wisdom to use the karma or to do the karma without being entangled in the cycle of birth and death. And how do you do that? By studying the Bhagavad Gita, by studying the third chapter, and by following what Krishna is telling Arjuna, is telling you and me. So Krishna really touches on the philosophy that karmanye vadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Now he says that do your duty, but don't be attached to the fruits, to the results of the work. If you have not studied Bhagavad Gita, at a glance, that one line would be like, hold on, Bhakti, how is that possible? At the end of the day, when I'm doing some work, I'm doing it because the results is what motivated me in the very first place to start that work. So how is this practically possible? It's like saying to a corporate professional like myself that do your 9-to-5 job, but when December strikes, don't think about whether your rating is a needs improvement, a valued, or an exceptional. Or it's like telling a student that you take admission in a medical college, study for 3 or 4 years, but don't get attached to the idea of coming out to be a doctor. How is that possible, Bhakti? This is exactly why the correct interpretations of Srila Prabhupada in the Bhagavad Gita as it is really, really help out to understand what Krishna truly means. So what he's telling us is that karma is not what binds us. What binds us is the doership attitude. It is the I which binds us. I did this. It's because of me that so-and-so is in such and such designation. It's because of me that they are exactly where they are in their life. Without me, my God, my husband cannot stay. My family, my kids cannot do without me. My dog cannot live without me. This is the way I think things should be done. I know I'm right. I don't get it why people don't understand my point of view. Wherever there is the word I, wherever a person is a lot engrossed in the me, just know that they are further away from the truth. They are walking on that through that door outwards, but not inwards. So let me give you another example. And while I go through the example, think of other examples in your life where there is the doership attitude. If I tell you that I'm a great cook, is that really the case? I might be a great cook, but I can't really fully take the credit myself. The skills that I would have learned for cooking would be from, let's say, my mom, or it would be from a course that I would have studied. The mind through which my brain works, to mix the different dishes or to mix the different ingredients is not my creation. The hands are not my creation. The senses for smelling, for tasting, for touching is not my creation. In fact, the whole body itself, the family that I was born in, the way I look, my height, nothing is my creation. And the food, 100% is not my creation. In fact, that's provided by Prakriti, by nature. So everything that you think of in this life, which you think revolves around you, which you think is because of you, it actually isn't. There is always a co-creation with Prakriti. There is always inputs from the nature, from the creation around us. So that is why you'll see that all the bhakts that really got enlightened, they did so because they didn't have the doership attitude. They did their karma, they excelled in their karma, be it in their material or in their spiritual field. However, the main difference between them and us is that they didn't have the doership attitude. The whole attitude or the mentality they had was that I am doing this and I am in so and so stage of my life is not because of me. It's because of the mercy of Krishna. It's because of the mercy of the creation, of the creator. So that is exactly why their journey was so light. It was free of false ego. Anything that is associated or that comes after an I is false ego. The second layer, which we need to be aware of and conscious on a day-to-day, is what Krishna touches on in this third chapter. So after spending a few minutes on this video today, contemplate, walk through that door of karma inwards, and think of all the thoughts, of all the words that you've spoken, of the actions that you've done with everybody around you in your life. And anywhere where you think that there was a doership attitude, where there was a lot of I, where there was a focus on me, try to replace that and throw that mental burden away of that false ego to experience what it feels to be truly clear and truly light, to experience happiness, to experience peace and contentment within. Think about it. All the conflicts, small or big in our life, be it in our family, be it in the society that we live in, be it in the city, be it in the country, or be it in the world, is all because this is mine, this is yours. This is the way I think it should be done. This is the way you think it should be done. You think my way, this is exactly how it should be done. And the other person thinks, no, you don't get it. This is exactly how it should be done. So if we just simply get rid of the doership attitude, of the karta attitude, a lot will change in our life. The way we look at things will be with clarity instead of the chaos and restlessness that comes up in our mind as waves of anxiety. And that is exactly when we will be able to experience what Kabir said. मन मस्त मगन मन मस्त मगन मन मस्त मगन अब क्यों बोले. So I hope that this lesson that we took away from the third chapter, it really helps us reflect on all the activities, on all the karma, not that we do only by actions, even by a thought, or even by a speech, by saying something to someone. We do it without really being attached to the fruits, without the doership, without the I in it, to feel true happiness, to feel what Krishna is trying to make Arjun realize, is trying to make us realize. I hope that you took away something from this video. If you did, I'd love to hear your comments in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Until next time.